Heard of it. What's the name of it? Who's doing it? Alright, game. Stop fucking with me. This will be 2 quests that I won't be able to continue. Oh, it worked! Thank you. One time crash. Nichtthemiran doll. It seems odd someone would make a doll that resemble a Nithemiran. If you hug the plush, tentacled creature, it growls at you in the daytime, but purrs softly at night. At other times, it jitters oddly. Okay then. So, I take the item and do what now? Okay, find the item and bring it to her? To whom? Oh, I guess down in the underbelly, where her body is. Tyranny, new Obsidian game. Cool, thanks for the link, man. I'll check that out when I'm done with this stream. If I remember. Could you whisper it to me in Twitch chat, please? Go into that temple that eats all the dead bodies and stuff where the old cast-off is. Dendra O'Her Chapel. Okay, I got it. Thank you, buddy. This one? Okay, that's not it. Okay, I found the victim's voice on a bier in the Dendra O'Her Chapel. He bore a familiar-looking tattoo that had been... Yeah, so it is that one. It is this one right here. So it looks like I need to talk to more of the cast-off, or the cult members, before I can progress it. The burly man sneers at you, flexing massive, scarred hands that could easily encircle your throat. His tongue probes his stained, sharp teeth, and a short, blood-stained club swings from a hook at his waist. Excuse me. So, what do you want down here, shield meat? He says. Playing in the dark? He chuckles long and low. Ha ha ha. Mallet, Tiber mutters through a frozen grin. This nub slab meat is partner to death over 2 shins. Scan Thoughts says, I'm the one who turned him in. Can't trust him farther than you can throw him, or even push him. Have you been part of the Dendra O'Her for long? No, not long, he says. What sort of work did you do before? I broke stuff, he says, his eyes gleaming with dull humor. And I don't think I don't recognize you, he adds, looking over at Tiber. I remember you, and what you did. What I did, Tiber says, scratching his jaw. What I did? Oh, you're talking about how I told everyone you killed your partner for less than the cost of dinner? He smiles, but his eyes are cold. I'd do it again, and for free. Doesn't matter, Mullet shrugs. None of that stuff matters anymore. This is my place now. Scanthought says, I don't do that anymore. Not for revenge, anyway. Not much for conversation, are you? Way I see it, he drawls, is I don't know you. You ain't done nothing for me, and we got nothing to talk about. Not now, anyway. He crosses his arms. So why should we? You'll open up if we have something to talk about? I don't know why my character wants to talk to this guy so bad. That's really funny. Oh, yeah. You won't be able to shut me up. Tell me about the Dendra O'Her. Don't have to tell you nothing, he says, snorting. You ain't one of us. You ain't nobody. He jerks his chin at the elderly man who stands nearby. You want a tour? You talk to
MB2, I'm busy.
Is he in charge?
Yeah, Mallet chuckles. At his age, he'd better be.
Alright. Something else, y'all, like, since I'm gonna start DMing, you know, a D&D campaign, like, really, and I'm doing this as well, I want to start learning, like, voice acting a little bit. You know, being able to remember accents, do different accents, just voice characters well. I think I might, like, even stream that, like, as a creative, like, practice or whatever, you know what I mean? There's gotta be, like, some guides or interactive, not interactive, but necessarily, but there's gotta be some, like, resources online with audio files and tips and stuff. Okay. Ah, welcome back. I see you are still on your feet. You notice he seems disappointed about this. Oh, there isn't much to tell. I've spent most of my years in this little chapel, he says, casting a fond look around. The Dendra has rather consumed my life. I scan thoughts, consume my... I'll have to remember that one. Why'd you join? I don't think I asked this yet. Well, that is a good question. A very good question. I congratulate you on asking it. He rubs his hands together with a papery sound. Ooh. I cannot tell you much. Outsiders rarely understand what calls us to the Dendra, but you have kind eyes, and so I will tell you that it was kindness. Beyond that, however, I cannot answer. My apologies. Alright, so I can't talk to that guy anymore. Always have those notes, like 2 words at it, but it would be something to do. It's in my formal training, yeah. Yeah, I think it would be fun. Kiyatawa. This woman watches you, measuring every step, every twitch of your hands, and yet there is no fear in her. Iron lines her spine and presses her mouth into a thin, even line. You take a wrong turn, she says, studying the nails on her right hand. Don't see many people down here for the light or company. Or the company. She steals a cautious glance at the hulking cultist nearby, then returns her gaze to you. You want something? How long have you been in the cult? Long enough, she says. I thought I'd found a place I belonged. Guess I was wrong. She falls silent. I scan thoughts. How many false families till you find my true one? Why don't you feel like you belong in the Dendra? She exhales, crushing her eyelids shut. Never mind. I shouldn't have said anything. What's bothering you? Nothing. No offense, but I don't know you at all. Leave me alone, alright? No, tell me. Must exhaust all conversation options. Gazay. This short, squint woman rakes absently at the swollen red tattoos decorating her pale, naked scalp. Her claws draw blood, but she doesn't seem to notice. Her head jerks up at the sound of your footsteps, and her too large mouth widens in a sharp-toothed smile. We greet you, tenderling. Yes, we honor your arrival. Her eyes rove over your body hungrily. What brings you to the Dendra O'Her? What do you wish to share with us? Her gray and pointed tongue swipes the ritual scarring around her lips, leaving a glistening sheet of saliva. Who are you? We are the Gazay of the... She pauses. You may not know the word, but we come from another world, a heavier one, more rocks, and less life. My lore and mystical she rubs her tattoo, drawing your attention to them once more. They are more than decorative. Their shape and placement indicate familial or tribal ties. Are those tattoos or family? Are those clan tattoos or family? Her grin, her massive grin, nearly splits her face. Jeez, come on, wake up. Both, she says. We mark ourselves for each body we consume, like twigs sprouting from a branch. Everyone in our world is family. Everyone is food. Ugh. Our world is not like yours, she says. It is not so rich. There are no animals. No. She pauses, frowning. Vegelts? None of those. The only flesh is our flesh, she sighs. But we are blessed. When we eat bodies, nothing is lost except the corpse. The soul is preserved. She spreads her hand. The dead one becomes part of us. It becomes we. This is extremely like the hive-mindedness that George R.R. Martin writes about in a lot of his books, including The Song of Ice and Fire, right? The Three-Eyed Crow and the children of the forest, the weirwood net, right? Like, holy crap, this is so similar. The word is vegetables. Yes, she says, raising an eyebrow. It does not matter. We do not eat things grown in dirt. She shrugs. And this is not why we are here. We heard rumors of the Dendra magic, she says, concentrating. Your language's tenses clearly give her trouble. It does not stop at the soul. It pulls memories from dead flesh and soaks them in the mind. She gives you a rapturous smile. So we came through a portal in the bloom to learn this magic. We found our way to Sagas. We asked to join, she sighs. Now the portal is gone, we hear, but we will make another, in time. How many bodies have you eaten, bitch? We do not share this, she chuckles. We prefer our feasts to be private, but many, we find our feasts on our own. I have some questions? No, she chuckles, then covers her mouth with a barbed claw. No, we are not the voice of the Dendra O'Her, tenderling. Speak with our leader, Imbitu, instead. Savor his words and drink his thoughts. She gestures extravagantly in the direction of an elderly man standing nearby, as though introducing a prince. You don't want to tell me about the Dendra O'Her? Want? We do not speak of want, tenderling. We do not deserve to tell you, she smiles. Imbitu is our voice. Okay. I need to change chairs here real quick. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Okay, we talked to the Devourer of Wrongs? Man, I'm not, like, progressing. This is brilliant. I've been working on this quest for, like, 30 fucking minutes. The Devourer of Wrongs seems larger down here than it did in daylight. Its head nearly brushes the roof of the chapel. As before, you cannot tell if it is looking at you. It doesn't even seem to be breathing. What's your role in today's execution? I eat the dead and learn the details of their crimes, though the memories that are bound within in their flesh. Okay. Well, I've talked to everybody. There's nothing else to examine. I'm just gonna... Oh, what? Now tell me about your cult gives me... Okay, whatever. We worship the great Queen Sarluvan, Lady of Maggots, Goddess of Entropy, and Guardian of the Empty Barrier. Okay, that was cool. I'm taking a screenshot of that. He nods, then pauses, tapping a muddy tooth thoughtfully. Although worship is the wrong word, perhaps, he points to the altar nearby. It displays a skull with flat, unforgiving eyes buried in its hollow sockets. She waits on the other side of death with her billions of squirming children. They devour whatever passes into their realm, and rightfully so. Everyone must eat. His eyes twinkle fondly. But whatever she and her children eat is lost forever, and so the Dendra O'Her work to preserve the minds and the mysteries of mortals before death claims them. We hold their shrill little thoughts in our minds and let them tumble around as they will. He shivers. It feels marvelous. Huh. Lovely, he says. This may surprise you, but we rarely get curious visitors. Most people seem quite nervous about us. He wets his cracked lips and awaits your questions with polite answers. What does your cult's name mean? The old man's eyes dart from side to side, and he leans in. Nobody knows, he whispers, delighted. It's a mystery. Isn't that wonderful? How long have you existed? Centuries, he declares. Though how many, I couldn't say. We are devoted to paper records, as you might imagine. We prefer keeping them in our heads. He runs his tongue along the edge of his rotting teeth. Also, and this is slightly embarrassing, none of us managed to eat our founder. He simply disappeared one day. Can you imagine? Who founded your cult? A man named Melmoth Levirarm, he says, and sighs. I do wish one of us had managed to eat him. How do you preserve humanity's knowledge? Oh, I thought everyone knew that, he says, surprised. We eat the flesh and organs of corpses to assimilate their minds. Then, he trails off, noticing your expression. What? I was more interested in the process than your methods. Ah, a fellow scholarch, he says. Well, it's quite simple and impossibly complex at the same time. He points to the various hoses and chambers adorning his robes. We do not chew on the corpses, of course. That would be quite messy. And lethal, most likely. Humans are a diseased bunch. Our suits liquefy dead flesh, extracting the information contained within. When we feed upon this, enriched flesh, it becomes part of us. Ugh. At any rate, we scour the streets for bodies, left unclaimed. We bring them here and lay them upon the biers. His sweeping hand directs your attention to the still, shrouded figures lying around the chamber. When a body is ripe with unplucked secrets, we gather about it and taste it together. Let a lifetime of thoughts flit around ours like little fish. He smacks his lips happily. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, it is, he says. And dangerous, of course. It does, drive us at the slightest bit mad. He purses his lips like he's given away a naughty secret. But it's worth it, even so. Oh, okay. Well, I can't ask him anything. That's it. Yeah, let's see. Tide change, whatever that fucking means. Now, goddamn, what am I fucking supposed to do? Stop this, Sorrow's Prey. Find a way to communicate with the shadowy reflection that has appeared in the labyrinth. What the fuck is the labyrinth, man? When I discovered the body of a young woman in the ruined house, a new reflection began to take shape in my mind. In order to interact with it, I'll need to form a stronger connection. Stronger... Okay, I've got to find something that was taken from the ruined house, basically, that is somewhere. But I have no idea where. Whoa. 1200? Star Kiss, +3 on speed defense tasks. A repelling shield. Next enemy that uses a melee attack on this caster gets knocked down. Holy crap, dude. That's incredible. Yeah, I don't know what to do, guys. I really don't know what to do. I think I'm just gonna have to put that quest on hold then. Yeah. Let's see. What else can I do while I'm, I think I've explored just about everything, like... Oh, let's go check out those caves. That could be cool. Finish off, all this reading with maybe a little exploring and maybe even combat. Could go ahead and rest first, or... I don't think I need it. What is it, 2 per, so 2 to 8 shins? That's 8, I have 55, so that's like fucking, damn, that's like 16, 17 or 18% of my current money just to rest, so I'm not gonna do that. Though I do have some valuables that I could sell. Anyway. Onto the caves. I'm just about to level. Like, crazy close. Look at that. And her, too. She's level 1. Oh, man. These guys are higher level? Fuck off. Yeah, there's some caves over there. I remember. Well, how the hell do you get over there? Whoa, what the fuck is that? cave entrance.
Remember your fate at your failure at the cave. But Master Yoda, I've learned so much since then.
Atop a nearby plateau, you can just make out the top of a small dome of scintillating blue energy. Well, I can't go over there. God damn it. Can I interact with that? Huh. That's it, yeah. Any other neat quests? Let's see if I have any main quests I can work on here. Fix the clock in the circuit's minor, investigate the figures that are trapped inside. Kasmine and Min-Eon, the local leaders of the changing god cult. They've asked me to discover the identity of the mysterious figures trapped inside the clock, a device crafted long ago. The clock appears to be unmoored in time, so it won't be okay. Find a way to fix it, okay. Man, I've kind of hit a wall here. What the hell is this thing? Spherical pod is made of silvery metal interlaced with ribbons of energy. This game is definitely not linear. Let's have a drink. Ooh, what's this? Red Thicket. I don't believe I've been in here. Liane, who knows? The structure is made of strange material that seems halfway between wood and stone. Alien symbols are drawn in red upon the walls. Yane, who knows? This woman's expression defies easy definition. It is cool and professional, but focused, interested. She nods at you and clasps her hands. I haven't seen you in here before, she says. Her voice is oddly muted. Before we begin, you should understand where we are. She gestures to one of the plant-like structures nearby. This is the Red Thicket. No one can listen in on our conversations here. You can only hear me because I am speaking to you directly. One of her eyebrows arches suddenly. You are trying to scan my thoughts. You won't find anything in my mind, of course. If I could be undone by so simple a trick, I'd be out of business. She flicks the air near her shoulder, though nothing is there. It's a useless skill. Useful skill, nonetheless. People's best secrets are rarely found on the surface, but their thoughts can guide you if you listen. I expect you and I will have much to talk about. Have you come to trade? I can read your thoughts, but you can read mine? No, she gives you a reassuring smile. If I could, I'd have no need to trade now, would I? Don't worry, I'm a broker, not a thief. Trade what? I am a knowledge broker, she says, a hunter of information. Come to me with questions, and if I have answers, I will trade them. She straightens further and blinks once, managing to make the simple action look as though it was planned in advance. My pricing is simple, a secret for a secret. The only condition is that it must be one I do not know already, and I should warn you that I know a great deal. How do I know you won't claim to know a secret you've never heard before? A fair question. If she is offended, she doesn't show it, but I don't bother with assurances. You can either judge my honesty yourself or take your business elsewhere. What's the catch? Well spotted, she says. There is one, of course, but it is hardly unexpected. Anything you choose to tell me will of course be traded to others in due time. A rare, slight smile graces her lips. In short, if you wish to keep something a secret, don't tell it to me. Huh. Good, she says simply. What information do you need? I want to propose something different. I'll trade you information for a secret you find interesting. Genuine pleasure warms. Agreed, she says. What do you offer? Would you accept secrets about Sagas Cliffs? Of course, she says. If I don't already know them, of course. Okay, I guess I don't know any. Tell you secrets about myself? It might, she allows. What can you tell me? Okay, so I can tell her I'm a cast-off, tell her I was a falling star, and tell her I'm the changing god. Well, I've been pretty open about it, so let's say I was the falling star. Her glaze flickers from your face to her hair and then to your hands. Interesting, she says, touching the air above her wrist. But far more interesting for you, I'd imagine, especially at the time. The side of her mouth quirks. Now, for your interesting secret, she traces the corner of her lips thoughtfully. Ah, yes. The construct known as Master Artisan has been able to repair its eyes for years. It prefers to be blind. The construct known as Master Artisan? I don't know what that is. Has been able to repair its eyes for years. It prefers to be blind. Huh. Alright, let's tell her my cast off. Yes, she says, you are. The tattoo is a giveaway. What else do you have? Damn. I'm out of secrets. Well, did I actually... Okay, that didn't... Okay, damn. Who the fuck is the Master Artisan? Chibra. Dignitary. Can't you hear a thing I'm saying to you, my colleague here, can you? Merchant. Wealthy townsperson. Oh, hello, hello. I'll be with you in a moment. Irathor Bryn. This slim man looks to be in good shape, and though his face remains hidden within his hood, he carries himself with confidence. His clothing exudes something like smoke that makes him look a bit like a ghost. Perhaps a man who can't be found if he doesn't want to be. Irathor Bryn, he states. Pleasure. I'm a merc, head of the Eanthine Spectre Company. What brings you to the Red Thicket? Tell me about the Eanthine Spectre Company. We do infiltration mostly, he says with a smoothness that implies he's given the speech before. Sabotage, assassins, assorted hostile recovery. Sometimes the city hires us to handle local threats, problematic tribes, roaming predators, you name it. He chuckles. Pretty quiet these days. Not like when we got started. Our first big job was a series of assaults in the Endless Battle. Okay, I scan thoughts. I shouldn't be able to scan thoughts here, right? Isn't that what we just established? He looks familiar, that tattoo. Can't think of why I know him, though. What's the Endless Battle? Really? He says, cocking an eyebrow. Alright, it's basically like it sounds. A fight that's given people like me a solid payday for more generations than anyone could count. He shrugs. As far as I've heard, it's a scrap between rival factions of the Changing Gods' cast-offs. What about? I couldn't tell you. He cracks a grin. Getting interested in the why of a war always ends up bad for business. Huh. Factions of the Changing God had of my cast-offs has caused, like, this generations-long war? Yeah, that was my point. Like, the scan thoughts, she said didn't work because of this area, right? That's what I got from it. What did you do in this battle? Can't say, he says automatically. Contracts, you understand. All I can tell you is the Chalcedon pays on time, and that's more than I can say for some of the employers I've had over the years. He sighs. One of the best jobs we've ever had. Who's the Chalcedon? One of the commanders on the Changing God side, he says. Pays well and on time, and that's the extent of my opinion on the matter. Now, my turn for questions. It's not just the tattoo that gives you away. I know you, don't I? Where from? We fight together? Fight each other? What is it? His hands drop into a pocket near his hip. Tell me the truth now. I'll know if you're lying. Scanthat says his thoughts don't tell me anything. I'll have to try the direct approach. Let's try to remember him. 85%. Come on, big money. Yeah. Oh, is just her immune? Huh. Success! You focus on the man, his features, and open your mind. Can we trust them? You hear yourself say, your voice muted by the years. They're mercenaries, your companion replies. Of course we can't. That's not what I meant, you snap. Can we trust them to finish the work? If not, kill them now. This is no time for uncertainty. You return to the present just in time to hear Ilithor speak again. Well, are you going to tell me how we know each other or not? Let's be honest. I was also in the endless battle. Say no more, he says, raising a hand. Should have known. With that tattoo and all, my curiosity does get the better of me. Can you read my thoughts? He barks a loud laugh. The only way you'd know that is if you could read mine too. Useful skill, isn't it? Most of the time, anyway. What's your company doing in Sagas? Negotiations, he says shortly. I'm between meetings with a few council representatives. They may want us for some ongoing work. He shows his teeth. Bit of a bidding war going on right now, to be honest. We're in demand. Scanthat says so long as all sides are interested, the strongest will prevail, as it should be. Alright, is that all? Cool. Anybody else in here I can talk to? City official? Jibra ambassador? Nope. Well, I'm kinda stuck. Oh, let's check out this fucking purple fountain thing. This fountain is constructed of material that seems halfway between wood and stone. It doesn't contain water, as might be expected. Instead, it's filled with swarming tiny fish-like creatures that leap and cavort in a wrangling mass, chattering to each other in what sounds like 1,000 different tongues. My lore naturals, these are jellies, nearly harmless creatures that are usually found in clouds above the sea. Clouds above the sea. What they're doing in this fountain is utter mystery. Listen to what the creatures are saying. You fold your arms, listening intently to the fish jabber at each other. It sounds like a cloud of nonsense syllables mashed into baby speak. Examine the woodstone fountain. This fountain, now that you're looking at it, is unfathomably old. Coppery tongue-like decorations curl up and over the rim of the structure, as if lapping the endless stream of creatures within. My lore natural says, you take in the surrounding architecture before returning your gaze to the fountain. The structure easily predates the buildings in this plaza and possibly the city. It might even be older than the 9th world. Cool. Catch a creature. I believe this guy is the quickest. Yeah. Let's go ahead and give it 100. I'd only used 1 point. Success! You deftly snatch a single fish from the glistening, tumbling flood. The bubbling mass of remaining creatures squawk together in nonsensical outrage. Try to catch another figure? Nope. Tiny teeth chomp at the flesh between your fingers and you release it with a curse. Funny. Man, I'm so close. So I got a fish. Jolly. It's worth 125? Holy crap. You caught this creature from a fountain of sorts in Government Square. Small, fish-like, and constantly squirming. It never seems to require food or other nourishment, and it gibbers constantly in an indecipherable language. Huh. Cool. I think I'm going to call it there. Thanks for hanging with me, True. Anybody else watching? Thanks a lot for watching, as always. And we'll be playing again soon. Bye.